Alright, everyone, you may now go cards up. Another day. Another part of everything hurting from yesterday. Venturo Delon, Venturo Delon. Wonder where Dallas is. I've not seen him yet. Usually is working at the store, but might be checking up on the salvage.
Yes, get some breakfast, coffee,
Morning.
for a bit, and then do it. Luckily, there weren't a lot. Well, there could have been a there's a noticeable number, but it could have been way worse. So it's not going to be too long.
Yeah.
Huh? Are you gonna be working someplace that's in high heat?
Not unless Mercer asks me to work in the reactor.
Please, chef.
Or stay in the engine room for too long.
Sure.
I'm starting to wonder if I need to fucking follow you with frickin' this.
I usually
You are very welcome.
supplement it with
You're
cold
so
food.
welcome. Beep, boop, beep,
Still.
boop, beep, beep, beep.
Is everything good?
Yeah, if it gets too much, I can always just go to my room. It's always stayed at a kind of below freezing
Of course.
temperature.
Why wouldn't it be?
You
Yeah,
just seem really
that's
chip.
fair.
Really, well, not chip, but you seem really chipper. Happy. Not that
Well,
you
I'm
weren't happy
allowed.
before, but just you feel like you seem like you're in a good mood.
Yes, well, next, please.
Okay.
Can I just have iced coffee and nutrient bar?
Iced coffee. Of course. I've actually been taking the liberty of keeping these nutrient bars, one of them in the fridge for you, so it's a little colder. Is that okay? Is that what you need?
Oh, yeah, that's actually great. Thanks.
Of course. Any dietary needs or anything, please allow me.
Good morning, Delon.
Morning, Chief.
An eventful morning, I take it.
And for you as well. Enjoy.
Just the usual after mission pains. Yes.
Of course.
Hey there, killer. What'll it be?
Breakfast is coffee. Thank you, Chief.
Just coffee, did you say, or breakfast and coffee?
Breakfast and
Of course. Let me guess. Black?
yes.
Since nobody takes milk, I decided to take the liberty and make it all into those cookies for medical. I hope nobody... Everyone just takes it black anyway, so... Boop, 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 beep, boop.
I don't care. Milk sits funny in my stomach.
Fair enough.
We could always acquire some lactose-free milk if that's your issue, sir.
Well, I
Is
don't
sir okay? Do you prefer chief
care.
or...
I'm gonna send it to you now.
You can call
Captain?
me sir.
No, you
Chief.
can't be captain.
Alright.
You can't call me captain, unfortunately.
No, my bad, my bad.
It is not my
Yeah,
position.
I already
The captain would not say kindly.
took the liberty of organizing which ones we can all do. Make sure we all
Whatever you
As
can
you're out of the
spare.
men and
put our
lost
effort
the
into
shoulder
it, so Archer has to
Medicine
Yeah.
still
go
says I
to
should be eating.
The shoulder's fine.
Get it,
The
do
stomach
it.
is still
Get it done.
depending on how I stand.
A drink as well?
It's a bit antsy, but it's still fun.
To implement it into these.
We have plenty of stocks of sin
We can
cola.
get it done before then.
Every
Yeah.
fish seems to be drinking those.
I just want to make sure we're
The carbonated
Clean.
stuff isn't.
100% clean before we start putting in other systems.
Water is fine. It is what I've drank for
I
my
Most
entire
powerful drink.
existence.
honestly should probably get mine done before my surgery today. That's gonna happen.
Though
Like,
some of it is
it
not
would
so
yell at me if I use my Neuralink after surgery.
Don't push yourself. Get what you can
Hey,
done.
yo, Chief.
It's basically
Appreciate
done.
it,
Just
Chef.
so don't put too much effort into it.
Anything for the wonderful crew.
Yeah. So that's what you want to do.
I'll get done when I get done.
Good to see you on your feet, Chief.
Of course, Alice. I have been much better, given a few days' rest, though the other night, as soon as I heard that the mission, at the very least everyone was returning, I retired to my bed, as the nausea had taken me once more.
Mm.
Though it is good to hear that none were lost in the outing.
At least it wasn't alcohol nausea like last time.
I think I prefer that, honestly.
Over radiation
I think
poisoning,
alcohol is a
I
little
think
bit
all of
better
us would.
than radiation.
At least then my senses are dulled to the point where I do not really mind that I'm nauseous.
Hello.
Fair.
Shoot.
Ugh.
Well, hopefully we won't have to deal with you being radiated anymore.
Yes, let us hope that it does
Morning,
not occur
Cashier.
again. I can't think of any other radiation sources that would cause me trouble. Oh no, we were just talking about how I was irradiated earlier. That's all.
Oh, yeah. Because of my blood.
What would you,
Indeed. No hard feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we have plenty stock of sin cola.
What did you-
Only the fish seems to be quite up.
Morning, Captain.
Good morning.
one?
Yellow or red flavor? Obviously not
Obviously.
prepared by me. Cool. The quicker we drink,
More
the
familiarly, if it makes
more
sense.
we can have.
Having the slight aches in the muscles after a mission is familiar.
So first thing in the morning, Syndra?
Well,
I mean, not my
fair
preference.
enough.
Why not?
Good morning, Captain.
Means you need to step in.
Something there.
Good morning, Coach.
Captain?
Have you happened to see any of our other compatriots for today's meeting?
Not quite yet. Trying to think.
We'll give them a bit.
How are you
We'll
feeling
give them
after
some more
yesterday?
time, but...
A little shaky.
Yes, Chef. You requested me?
Ah, Captain. Good day. Salve. What might I get for you?
Anyway,
Just a
Captain,
breakfast
if
brick
you're feeling up to
and
it, I'll
coffee.
bring you my suit later today,
Ah,
so you
cool.
can at least get the grav magnifier.
Yeah, definitely. It's just bring it a little later. I need to fix everyone's suits this morning.
Yeah, make that your priority. You got your time. But just after
you
hearing
there,
about how you
Captain?
guys only got sucked into space after yesterday, I made me realize I should probably get that going.
Of course. Anything, Captain. Next.
Yeah, I need to install something myself.
Good morning, Chef.
Good day. Training again? Or do I have to find someone else to teach me?
I will teach you again if you so choose.
Well, I mean, we could always nominate someone else. If
I
the chief...
don't have much else to do, depending on if the chief is well rested.
Someone could teach me
I'm-
more about shooting guns, eh? Pew.
I'm well rested enough to educate you some, depending on how busy my schedule ends up being today.
What about you, killer?
I can continue the training, sadly, since it got a bit distracted last time by me having to head out.
Ah, yes, I see. And Tashir, you could even join us.
Full crew training.
Very well, what'll it be?
I'll take what the captain.
That does make me realize, do you have a formal firearms training, Tashir?
So the same thing as everyone else, understood.
No.
You go.
Kind of.
Can't beat it.
Mm.
Thank you, Chef.
Hmm.
Of course.
Gets us through the day.
Then perhaps you should
I
send
know
me
not to
along.
hold it at someone,
I mean,
and I know how to fire it.
Hmm.
Have Tashir attend the training as well.
No.
Indeed.
You also have my permission to use the practice firearms that they'll be using.
Chef, have you had breakfast yet?
Should be the first one I
I
have
know how to
breakfast.
use one as far as protecting myself, but even then it's very informal.
Hmm.
Are you just finally calling attention to the fact that no one has ever seen me eat ever or drink?
Oh,
I ran.
Just kidding. Yeah, of course, I eat before everyone else gets up.
I assume you would, because then you wouldn't be able to efficiently feed everyone else.
So maybe I'm some kind of evil alien life that does not eat at all.
Is the alien life evil because it doesn't eat?
I dedicated myself to the study of food, for I myself could never taste. And then I lived vicariously through the others tasting my food. I'm just kidding. I eat food. Yes, I eat before everyone can.
Sure.
Yes, I like to snack a lot whilst watching my my movies in my helmet. Great, terrifying lizards roaming planets and devouring. They're some of my favorite.
I need to go find Berger so I can send him the data. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
right.
go do that. Yep.
Too much time in the military makes action movies like that lose their luster a bit. You get a bit too
What are you gonna say though?
personally invested on the
Okay.
inaccuracies on some things.
Oh, okay.
There's the crew.
Hello, goodbye.
Captain.
Mm.
I brought something up with Chef a little while ago.
Good
I was
morning,
gonna
Chef.
ask you next time we're on a somewhat inhabitable planet, maybe a more tropical or nature planet, that me and a couple people could go down and hunt for some fresh meat and food.
Oh, you can count me in for that.
About to say, you definitely would have Sid Gunch and I on that. It's been a while since I've actually had the real meat. I think it was the last time when the chef made poultry.
We do have a bird.
Well, it also depends if there is actually edible.
Well, it's better to hunt for it and bring it back and test it than to not have got it at all.
Besides,
That's fair.
even
If
if it is
anything, we
not
could
edible.
always-
Oh, sorry. It sounds like
Just
you
to
were
say-
already on the train.
If we can't use it to eat, we can always turn it into like mulch and stuff.
That's fair.
Plus, we can catalog it for the rest of the exploratory vessels coming out.
That is all.
A hunt sounds like fun, though. Definitely
It
count me in
always
besides.
is.
It was actually the season back home on my home world.
Perhaps we'll pay it a visit. I guess we're probably way far out at this point.
But far past Basilica at this point.
What are they talking?
So I think
Much too far.
What
I
are
was
they
going to say,
talking about?
this one is a little bit of a natural.
Taking
fit, I
time
think.
in a more habitable planet and
Mind
gathering,
the-
hunting
Elongated snout.
creatures for their meat. for
Yes.
food.
What's that word?
You know enough to
Not
find
meat?
the-
Or
No.
hunt.
Not quite yet.
I know
We'll
what
give them
meat
some
is.
time to
Hunt.
congregate
Uh,
and get their morning's rituals out of the way.
It is very
Don't fix
broad
enough
term.
of it, cunt.
Basically,
I'm well aware.
chase someone down.
But not for my brain.
Chase something or someone
Blowing
down
exactly my
with the
vision.
intent
I
of
ought to be able to
killing
see.
them.
However,
In most cases, it's
Argyle's noticed that
implied
one
of
the relics
groups
didn't make it
hunting,
to the hangar.
so trying to catch prey for food. Just a blanket term.
I could have sworn it was loaded, but it's not there now.
Okay.
Of course,
Let's be on
also
the lookout
there's
for anything strange.
security could hunt down escaped convict.
There's not many places it could hide. It's either here.
It implies also the non-lethal.
It's somewhere.
It is a point of one
There's the
party chasing after another,
Aye.
one way or another.
You know, every time I hear his voice, I just want to mess with him. Is that normal?
I mean,
You can be honest with me, Captain. Between you and me.
I wouldn't say mess.
Morning, Dunch.
Good morning.
How are you feeling?
Just get moving then.
Better. On my feet,
Recovered
not
from
so
your
nauseous.
ordeal?
For the most part. I get spells now and then, but
Double checking it's not stuck in me afterwards.
I think that chip that's currently she's using is a bit of a more timer.
I can do with an exercise if you see it. I might take you up on that. Or training.
Ends up being a little hotter in there.
270 what?
Degrees Fahrenheit?
I swear though, if the next time I go out I fight monsters, I will be cursing some sort of gods.
Some set.
Depends on the planet what gods they have. Humanity
Oh,
used to have
and
this
it's
one
specific
god
to
idea.
that place.
Earth used to have this one god idea, but over time, science stuff, people start to be less on the mysticism. Then they go out to space, things happen, and then start going back into mysticism. Turns out it's psionics, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like, no mysticism. You sure about that?
The only thing I will pray to is Lady Luck.
Fair. That was honestly fair.
It seems mercenaries here. That's good. Still waiting for a response to that message. I wonder if I should ask Argyle. Kultas as our ship. It's not a bad idea. Bad.
Counting firearms, are we?
Thinking of if I'm going to continue the firearms training, if I should have them try something higher caliber, but at the same time, that might be more on the personal weapons training.
Yeah, I do think they should be training with what they're comfortable with. I imagine they'll want their personal weapons for it.
The thing is,
if they want to shoot one of our extra weapons, that is also fine.
most of the training I gave was for the UPA standardized stun pistol. And that was mostly for Chef and Dr. Tali. Though others were listening in. Though you never know how well they can hear from wherever they were at the time.
The air is rather dense in this place. Hard to hear. Regardless, I do think they should all train on something ballistic, as the feeling of a ballistic weapon and how to control it isn't really clear unless you've had the experience with it.
You're not wrong. But the thing is, you do not want to use up too much ammunition for training purposes.
That is my second concern. Which is why it might not actually be a bad idea to use stun pistols instead. I find myself going back and forth on it.
As long as the power generator is working efficiently, it should not be an issue to have at least a few batteries being charged at a time.
Indeed. I do find myself increasingly concerned about ammunition needs. Hell, when we landed on that planet and delivered that package, I found myself burning through everything I had on my person.
Doesn't help that my main choice of weapon is very much eats ammunition.
As is mine.
Ponder.
Yes.
I forgot her name. Is it Natalie? I don't know.
Right.
Human girl in the engineering. We took her plasma cutter. Can I go give that back to her? Because it's her tool, the plasma cutter.
A plasma
Since-
cutter is a tool. You can return it to them.
Okay.
Where is it stored then?
Over here.
Should be in the weapons locker.
You go.
Oh, yep.
Yes, I confiscated it by habit after the mission alongside others, yet I did not confiscate Mercer's.
I see. Fair enough, though. A plasma cutter is a rather dangerous tool. Could likely be used as a weapon if they wanted to. Though it remains outclassed by actual weapons.
Hmm.
So I do not pay much concern on its use.
If we're having the rest of the team coming in.
See. Going towards the bridge, it seems.
Hmm.
I also found out what that welding sound was, or the noise was. It was Natalie welding. Anyways, hi, I'm here.
Hmm.
I see.
Didn't hear anything, but understood.
It's a quiet morning so far.
Hmm.
Meeting aside.
Chief,
Yes, Delon.
there was that one moment when you asked, mentioned the fact that I was a squad leader in my past, and that might be of use, and I told you that might not be the best of ideas, and told you to check off my file. But I
recall.
gotten a feeling that there might be something I might need to double check myself on the file of what we have on hand. I've already sent a public request for my own file, but I'm also curious what the file on the ship is. I tried to check it myself, but it is past my station to check.
I see. Then I will be sure to check it myself. I should have access. Worth an attempt here.
Maybe double check for Don. Hello, Don. Quick question.
Yes.
Does the department head Gunch have access to the security's personal files?
Personnel files?
Yeah. If he were to check Venturo's file, since Venturo himself could not.
Okay, one moment.
Mm-hmm.
As you look through, entering in your personal codes, it unlocks some doors that are left closed to others.
Right then, let's take a look here. Delon.
You are able to find a file that you have access to for Mr. Delon.
Let's see. Open it up and see what's inside.
Alright. It seems, from what your warrior eyesight can see, this is a lot of buzzwords, fluff, propaganda even. It's really just reiterating points again and again, fluffy writing, words, talking about how Venturo is a veteran who fought in a war as part of the 7th Fleet, and that they have years of serving as a squad leader. It mentions briefly that he is no longer assigned military, but it is missing a lot of key details. Things that you feel like should be included in some dossier about someone, achievements, wars, battlefields, names, just missing.
Interesting.
To someone who has fought wars, this seems almost like a fake person.
How odd. This file spends a lot of time talking you up, Delon, though it seems to leave out anything you've actually achieved in your time in war. To the point where it's hard to believe this is actually true. At least what's written. It seems to blab on about nothing. I believe they call it fluffing up. I'm not sure if they wrote this about you, or if you wrote it yourself as a sort of resume to talk yourself up to getting this job in the first place.
My resume was very much a simple thing. Any extra information would have been added by the UPS systems by default.
I see that. But I wonder...
I wonder why, though.
I wonder why leave that out. Why talk on such benign points? Curious.
The only person I could
Very
see going the extra mile will not do so for me. Not for human.
Indeed, but the more I read this, the more it seems fabricated. As if it's all... Well, no offense to you, Delon, but... it seems fake.
None taken.
Not quite truthful. I do not doubt your experience, but...
it very much
this
has
file is clearly...
simplified,
leaving quite a bit out.
removed details of any of the situations. I do not know why.
That is
though.
curious.
I wonder if they were trying to...
There isn't anything the UPA may have buried that you might think is worth bringing up to me, Delon?
I do not know if it's worth bringing up, if it is their choice to hide it in the first place. However, it is also something I took complete responsibility of. The fact that they have decided that it's not worth mentioning afterwards is... I don't know if it's their way of showing that I do not deserve to be punished for it, or if there's something else. It's... I do not like subterfuge of the like this.
I am no stranger to the types of things we have to do in times of war. Though I would ask you nature of what you might have been remanded for.
7th Fleet ground force carrier. The human-only carrier of the 7th Fleet under Commander Narsek was not the most well held position. Most of us found that most of the ground forces felt it was the most hellish place you could be assigned to. I
see.
Focused on keeping my men alive as much as I could. And during a mission, I decided that our orders were suicidal. I decided to take a different path than from what we were ordered to take. Safer, but slower. However, the higher-ups had decided that not all details of the operation were to be public to the squads involved. The dangers were being suppressed by other squads. And due to my actions, my decision, we were late in doing our duties, finishing our objectives, causing the deaths of many. I took responsibility for the whole incident. It was my decision and my failure.
I see. A tactical miscalculation, then. Against the orders of your higher-ups.
I could easily say that it was because they did not tell me everything, that they hid things, that it was their disregard of us. But at the end of the day, as a soldier, I went against orders. That's all there is to it.
Well, I'll say this much. When you are below others in a military hierarchy, you are really not meant to question orders, and some may find that tyrannical, perhaps absurd when orders may seem suicidal or even stupid. Though you must understand that those above you often have a bigger picture in mind that they need not paint for you. They only need their pieces on their board to move the way they intend them to. If they do not, then their plan falls apart. I find that, at least in my experience, I do not have not always explained every detail of every plan I've given, for every order that I've given. The one in charge, myself included, usually has a bigger picture in mind. On the grand, well, scale, I should say.
I agree.
My point being, while I do not think what you did was necessarily wrong, you merely wanted to protect your men, I do think there might have been other things you could have done. But I was not there. I will not speak as if I know better. I will only say, when I or the captain give you an order, do follow it. And if you question it, you voice that as soon as you can.
That is the plan.
Rest assured, I do not intend to send anyone here to their death.
I trust that much. The captain has given wordings that is fitting that view. But if there's one thing I can say with certainty is the fact that I do not plan on questioning orders in the same way again. I've learned my lesson. I will protect the crew, as is my duty, and will do so by following the orders given.
Good. Then, despite this error in the UPA's file, I do not think we will have a problem, Officer Delon. Though it is curious that the UPA would leave something like that out. I can only imagine it's only to quell concern. Perhaps they could not find another security officer and needed to hide that. Though I, for one, hold no resentment towards you for it.
The biggest issue I have with the situation, though, as I said, I was part of the 7th Fleet under Captain Narsek. Just like Siri. I had never met them before now. There were rumors, but I would never have well, of someone of Siri's capability, but I would not say that that is who they were speaking of, or just a squad of people like them. Point is, I hope it's not some grand plans by them.
Indeed.
Captain?
Captain Tashio? Something you need?
Sorry to interrupt. Gunch, we're going to get ready to start the meeting. We have a Freetened Mercer up in our district right now.
Oh, damn.
Mercer is
You're
going
on
to
your
go
way.
get Palace.
Understood.
Alright, did something else happen already?
We're not being tracked.
Good, but why do you sound trepidatious?
Oh, I was
I think
just
he's
looking forward to having a conversation with everyone.
Well, unfortunately, I'm stealing Gunch. It should be a very short meeting.
After
There's
the
not much
cross,
I
are
wish
you
to-
only looking to smooth the higher-ups? Is that it?
Not at all. It's more that I'm trying to inform our bosses of some interesting information.
Boss should be waiting in the control room.
Very well.
Right then.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it?
Go have your meeting.
Yeah, that just tells me everything. Alright, let's head out.
I did not realize he
Think
was
you'll
in the
sort
room.
What is that?
The one detail I did not wish for him to know out of hand, just in case, yet he most likely overheard.
They seem busy.
I mean, it was only like a tail bit.
Did he hear the name?
I don't know.
If it puts your mind at ease, Delon, Captain has a lot on his mind currently. It's likely he may not have even registered if he overheard something that might have been private.
Even if it was something involving Captain Narsek?
Oh.
Exactly.
What is it now?
I might as well say it straight up. My military history is as part of the 7th Fleet under Captain Narsek. Meaning, in the past, he was my well, not my direct commanding officer, but I was part of the fleet he was commanding. Ground forces,
Really?
specifically. Yes, the ground force entry ship. Imagine a large ship carrying multiple smaller assault craft that is sent after or during orbital bombardment to move into the ground forces to secure the perimeters. One of the only all-human vessels in that fleet.
That's very curious. Not sure if I've ever heard of Locken armada containing a human element. They tend to stick with their own.
Well, after the whole man's best friend accord, there is a lot of work together with the Blackhead and the humans, but I understand what you mean.
Understood. Yes.
But I also can't say that you're wrong. For many it was more of a punishment of a position to be placed at. When I say we were sent to the ground after and during bombardment, I meant it. Sometimes your chances of coming to ground, having your scoot move out, only to then be in the wrong spot and be struck by an orbital artillery. It wasn't uncommon.
Vanguard.
Very much so. Chef?
Hello, Chef.
Good day, Argyle. I didn't see you at breakfast.
Yes, I was busy pulling stuff off of that ship upside our ship. Apologies.
Have you eaten now?
Not yet. Been a bit busy. Thank you.
It's just
Natalia?
sort of fine.
And Zit? Zit?
Vita?
Mm.
Oh, yes.
A suit.
Oh,
Fix
no.
the bridge if you must.
Suit from the mission, I fixed it.
Oh, you look all lost.
Say again?
Well, the captain to follow around.
Just fixing everyone's suit.
Ah, thank you.
From the mission.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Of course.
Right, it was the first time I actually properly had all the platings inside actually break. That's been a while.
Yeah, a lot of the suits are broken. I had to
Go
spend
find
a lot of
Mercer,
time
no.
piecing them back together.
Oh,
Actually, mine is
questions,
just
stupid answers.
I took it
You know
off
how
and
it
like
is.
all the
I'm actually
pieces
really sorry.
crashed onto the ground.
Mm.
I'm so sorry.
Well, thank you for your quick work.
Yeah, I
That's
just
good.
remembered.
No, that's good.
Of course.
I could always find someone else. I mean,
Yes, but you took the initiative. That's good. We can. Go find Mercer if you must.
we need
We can
to
convene
eat.
later.
I don't think he ate yesterday either.
Yes.
So I
Well,
will have to...
Yes, yes.
Also, he is
Hence
currently in a
happily don't
meeting, so
eat.
you have to wait until that is done.
Yes. Yeah, oh, yes. They just said. You just said.
I did. Yes.
Ah, my bad.
Brilliant. Right. How do these work? Sorry, I haven't got a lot
Don't.
to do right now.
Touch anything.
Oh,
I
breakfast is
mean,
over.
Even
I've
then, I
got-
think they only
got a
really
free
activate
day.
with like a code that we have. So I did just
1111.
for the cameras.
Cameras, information. It is a security
Yes.
council after all.
I wasn't going to touch it. I'm not going to touch it. I was just asking, like, I've got a free day, you know? Breakfast is over.
I was going to say, this is the most I've seen you run around.
Well, usually I'm very tired because I've been up all night cooking you guys your delectable precious cubes. But I had a day in advance, so here I am.
Which
well
I very
rested.
much appreciate.
Yes, your job
Ready?
is needed. So,
Yes, ready to rock and roll. I'm here. Ready. Have a job? Anything?
oh? Yes, soon. We, well, I guess not we, 'cause it's just mostly you and the science team need to figure out what's in that box.
Yes.
I'll accompany you, just in case you explode.
I tend to do that. Explode
What?
randomly, you know.
Wait, do you?
Well, that's
I'm
my
joking.
I was going
No,
to say,
I
we
don't
don't need
know.
two of you.
Do you explode?
I need to have a word with the captain first before we make any decisions.
Right.
I'm sorry, I've never had so much energy before.
Yes, it's very
Well, you're right.
funny.
I'll tone it down.
No,
He's got
it's
the zoomies.
it's
Completely
familiar.
natural.
I believe the zoomies is that a medical term?
Yes and no.
Yes, and
I mean,
I hate
that's just what my
common.
grandma would say whenever I just ran around in circles for a while. I just had a zoomie.
Yes, who could ever have that? That is nigh impossible. Anyway, do you we should wait for Gunch.
Yes.
I'm inclined to join
That
them, however I
way.
shall refrain.
Not in this room, please.
What with all the weapons and bombs?
There's only one bomb.
Apologies, one bomb.
Where is that?
We have a bomb.
Just so I'm aware. Right, okay, right.
Mhm.
Sealed separately, I assume?
Yeah.
Right.
So there's a tub of rags that has chloroform labeled on it, okay? And then next to it is the chloroform.
So this is the brig, eh?
Yes.
That's right.
Right.
Thankfully, ever
That is where
had
you do not
meat
want to
use
find
it.
yourself.
Those are all your responsibilities.
Have you been?
frankly, right?
Well, maybe we should do a drill. You should
Right.
I will cause a ruckus somewhere on the ship, and you will find and arrest me, and put me into the brig as a training exercise.
Vials of tree sap in it. That's
I won't actually
You want
cause a
to
big
pause?
ruckus.
What did
I see.
their sap is poisoned?
oh, they do a process that.
What is that,
cleans it
Michael?
out,
Don't look at me.
But yeah, it's from Kalak.
I don't know. I just
Or is it naturally?
I
It's a
want
good
to help.
idea.
And if
Perhaps
being a
bring it up
training
with
dummy
Gunch.
is if being a training dummy is all I can do, then so be it.
Training dummy, no.
Isn't it give it a bit of time since everyone's still figuring things out and what they're going to be doing? I've yet to even gotten to do my rounds.
That is good.
I also have a lot on my mind. I
Oh,
need to clear my head a bit.
And one door breacher.
Good.
Is everything okay?
Hopefully we won't have to use it.
It's fine.
But we likely will.
Personal situations.
Oh, understood. I'm not that guy. Understood. No.
You can incapacitate people.
Yeah.
Twist down the top, press
Confiding.
it, throw, and then it will make the chloroform rapidly turn into and combust into a
As long as you trust that I will keep you safe as long as you're in the ship and I'm in range.
knock people out.
That's
What's
enough.
the potency on that? Is it
That's the
a
point,
room
right?
clear?
Mm-hmm.
You knew what you were doing with
the
that
idea.
with the gun, so
UPS
don't see
and
why
dice,
not.
stun pistol.
You seem reliable. I don't see why I wouldn't trust you. You
Alright.
haven't said anything untrustworthy.
That is kind of the point.
Interesting.
Here's a question.
Yes.
Has somebody said something
Right.
untrustworthy to you?
They may do.
Yes, that bloody fish keeps taking things without asking.
Do they?
Well,
Which fish?
What fish?
the little
The
one.
one with the giant obnoxious tail, or the small one with the gills?
Laura, they keep not eating proper food, and they keep taking all of our crisps.
Is that a fact?
Well,
Are
because
they
they're
not
eating crisps instead of.
regarding, the acquisition of the crisp?
Yes.
Well,
but
I'll have to check the sheet. I haven't
assume
done it
that is
today.
part of their anatomy.
I've told them before. But what they need to do is eat properly. Maybe we should get some
They
fish
are
flakes.
part of medical. It would be nothing short of ironic
That'd
if they were
work.
taking care of
Wonder.
themselves.
I mean, I've got a grater if you want me to grate my little cubes into their little
Yes,
bowl.
perhaps maybe we should try that next time.
I've met a lot
Stand
of
over them.
doctors and
Rate the food.
medical healthcare professionals that just don't take care of themselves.
You saying we need to check up on the ones who check up on us? Is that what you're saying? We need to have a little meeting.
Probably.
Well, I've said before, if people don't come and eat every day, I'm gonna get medical to start weighing people.
Wait.
You're looking at me. You're like that. Accusatory.
And then
don't
if
think
anybody is
that would be
found to not
necessary.
be eating properly, we shall set up a drip.
I feel like I am
That's
in the most safest position as it's part of my morning ritual to go and get the breakfast and coffee.
As it
Yes,
should
you're
be.
fine. It's okay.
Yes,
Granted,
anyone underweight will be force-fed food.
great.
It's horrible. But I understand.
But we're not in a job where one can afford to be lacking in energy.
That is true.
Sorry, I'm not coming in here telling you how to do your jobs. I'm
No.
Right.
This
You're-
is a part of your job.
That's-
Nutrition and all that.
You are informing us of the steps you are going to take if people do not respect your opinions in your job. You've been given this job by the
In fact, you
UPA
didn't
for a
have any
reason.
food today. You came into the kitchen and you got water. Don't ignore
Oh,
me.
would you look at time? I want to go ask her boss about that sap now.
Yes. They're heavier than they look.
If you don't mind me.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes, good luck. You know,
I think this shit is in danger.
he's he reminds me of me. I don't like that.
Alright, you two.
Hmm.
It's gonna make the windows black out. Thing is, I trust both of you. I was gonna do this with Tashir in here as well. And Gunch, but I don't know how long Gunch is going to be.
You
can
know
always
how
just
meetings
ring
are?
him up if you need to.
Yes, and he's having a meeting. I'll have a word with him later.
You know how meetings go. They always go far longer than planned and then some extra.
Right.
There were 4 artifacts aboard the vessel that were recovered. 3 of them are in the crate that we just looked at. A cynically doll. He's gonna open his coat, he's gonna pull out a bone rod. This one, however, is not. I trust that I don't need to tell you that some of the individuals on that scavenging run I do not quite fully trust.
What would lead you to not trust them? What exactly would they do that would go against what you deem is right?
Oh, Vane.
Well, you got me there. Are you hiding in here?
There's holes in their dossier.
If you take a moment.
Hold the thought.
Alright.
Yeah, sure.
They
Chef?
didn't have their food. I made a mistake. They were running. I may have grabbed their tail / spine, I guess.
Ah.
Tashir? Do you have an issue with the food?
Give it a moment.
Or it's just something about eating. That's issue right now.
Psychological thing, I think. I think that was what I think that's what I stated. I don't know.
I can do some
I
drinks
kind of told you, I kind of forget to eat if it doesn't get put in front of me, but at this current juncture in time, I don't really feel hungry.
Our bodies can ignore our hunger if we let it be for a while. It will happen. You will be like, oh, I'm hungry, but if you just continue with what you're doing, if it eventually dissipates in the background, it does not mean that you're not hungry. It will get worse. Eating every once in a while is just to keep yourself from going too far with it. But as Chef said, he could make you drinks, protein drinks, I guess. Do you think that's possible?
I can do anything. I'm the fucking chef.
Oh, there you go. What do you think? Have you tried one?
As long as they don't taste bad.
Nothing I make tastes bad.
I guess it's a challenge for him.
Okay. Sorry, we're hiding in here and
Do you need a hand?
Please. I'm gonna give myself the medical. Don't grab my tail again.
Yes, I'm sorry. After medical, I just put some food somewhere.
Yes.
My apologies.
It's fine. You're doing your job. It's just sometimes it's hard to remember.
Overwhelm others.
It's also hard to remember that Tashir, before this, has been an inmate. They've had not had freedoms, not have been options. Something not all of us can
Your intentions
assume.
Your intentions are good. Just you know, give it a little break.
I'm sure it doesn't help that he's energized today.
That's all right. Like I said, it's
familiar to you.
The excitement is yes, very. Granted, I wasn't a chef.
Then it seems Chief is out, so I don't know why they are not here.
That's concerning.
Should we be taking this inside?
Oh, we'll say more.
I mean, I got the okay from you guys, so I'll just bring it up with Mercer. That's all I really need. to
Alright.
ask.
Just
Very well.
inform us when you intend to do this, so we can at least keep an eye on things. But good.
Thank you.
Of course. Shall we?
Yes, we shall.
So. Oh, the scavenging effort was successful. You notice that the air has sent everybody a list of what was to be found in the vessel. The artifacts that are recovered are currently in the hangar. There are 3 locked away in a box. These 3 are not psionically active. However, I took the liberty, he's going to open his coat and take out what looks like a bone rod, of procuring the 4th. This one is psionically active. Now,
see.
I did this because I wasn't sure if particularly one of the individuals aboard the scavenging effort can be fully trusted. The dossier had indicated that there are holes in their background. Years missing usually indicates a scrubbing of some type. I'd done at a corporate level. That's vain. I'm going to be taking this artifact to the captain. I'm going to be recommending that we seal it in some way, allow science to research it, and once we have concluded what this thing does, that it be boxed up, and I will have a member of Oracle come procure it. Anyways, out of our hair.
See.
Well, now that the bone is out of the coat, were you able to glean anything from it?
I wouldn't dare try to do my own research alone. I think that might be foolish. After all, we saw what happened to the vessel that's just floating out there now. Who's to say this isn't what caused that problem?
Ah, right.
Simply having it on the ship is a risk on its own. You
Yes,
accidentally
it
proc
is.
what it might be capable of is certainly foolish.
Yes.
So what say you then? A little focus group? Or just hand it off?
Well, it's likely that Officer Tele is the one that will choose to help research it. After all, they have the most experience. But this will be a call that should be made by the captain. After all, he could discern or decide that he would like to keep the artifact here aboard the vessel. I'm going to strongly urge we remove it as soon as we can.
I am of a similar mind, but if the captain thinks otherwise, I'm inclined to listen.
It will be up to the captain to make the decision. We should note, if the artifact is to remain aboard the vessel, this artifact was procured by Atlas in some way. They will be looking for it.
I see.
Another reason why I would like to have Oracle come and collect it. Make this a fight between Oracle and Atlas and leave the UPA and our crew out of whatever this conflict might be.
I agree. The less trouble we find ourselves in, the better. Though this being perhaps pressing, if Atlas is already on our tail, so to speak, perhaps we shouldn't waste time researching it and risk it perhaps causing issues for us like it did them. Perhaps we should get Oracle over here as soon as possible.
Yes. Would like for us to do a research of the artifact. Is there anything that we can glean off of it? Could be helpful.
Could be. I just urge that you all do this carefully. Psionics have never been my specialty, and what limited knowledge I have, it's dangerous.
Just turning in something.
Yep.
Pulls out a large laser rifle that you can easily tell that this is a heavy duty one.
Very much.
Wait, is this...
Well, until
This is a heavy...
decide what is to be done, we'll do keep it secure, hidden, secret.
I might actually ask to use this in the future.
Yeah, that's my piece right there.
Your guess is better than mine.
Ah, this is yours.
Again, psionics, cold pockets.
Yes, been working on it as a pet project.
I see. I might then ask you in the future. My specialty actually is heavy weaponry, but I was not able to keep any after my leaving of the military.
The longer it permeates our ship,
That's I'm lacking any.
It's...
I'll come back to you later. I have some project I'm wishing to get started. Thank you.
Yes, wanted to turn that in before you all flash.
But Atlas will, no doubtedly, be looking for these. They'll know that we have it. Yes. And yes, the longer this is here, the more likely we are to be found by Atlas to have had it. If you're not aware, at least my understanding, there's a agreement in the UPA between the Vlakin and Oracle about acquisition artifacts and historical relics. The other mega corporations have been told to stay out of that business. In fact, it's quite illegal. keep that in mind, that Atlas might not be meeting us face to face if this is, well, supposed to be hidden.
You think they may send some kind of surrogate to take care of it instead?
Atlas agents, yes. Like myself.
In the chance that we do get attacked, if we were to fight off the attackers and procure proof of their allegiance, that could easily be something we can report to the UPA. And then, well...
We could. It's very
But-
much in the realm of possibility. And I believe
But
we have the
that
capability
also
to do
involves risking the crew on whatever this procurement might be.
Yes,
I
this
think
year.
avoiding conflict should be the...
Must have gotten bored of the conversation.
You'll be informed.
This
most
is
likely.
the level of thought process that I believe might be past them. They are still getting used to the whole idea of being a security officer in the first place.
This, as it... where is the captain right now?
Right behind
Right
you.
behind you. And walking into the room.
See,
Captain, you have the most perfect of timings.
Yes. I'm sorry, what?
I feel like you have just used your psionic abilities to perfectly time your entrance.
Should lock the door behind you, Captain. I'll explain this again. Comes in threes, yes?
Aye.
Yes.
Yes. I apologize, Captain. Isn't being fully straightforward. He's gonna open his jacket. He's gonna pull out a bone rod. The fourth artifact. This one is. Oh, this one is psionically charged. Now, I procured this very specific one, as opposed to the other three, because it's psionically charged. And there's an individual aboard the scavenging effort that I don't fully trust. Not yet.
Understandable.
So, the question is now what we do with it. Clearly it should be researched. I've catalogued it with the others. But it is up to you what you'd like to do with this thing.
Well, once analyzation is done of it, if I'm going to be honest with you, Atlas wasn't upholding the agreements placed on them by the UPA and the rest of the galactic law. I'd rather not be in breach of galactic law.
Yes.
So I'm probably going to send it over to the UPA's, I'll let the politicians handle this and decide who gets jurisdiction over it.
Well,
it might
if
just
I
go to
could
the
make a
UPA research
suggestion.
facility.
It's already catalogued, and Oracle is already aware of it.
Aye.
I could have an agent come pick it up. Make this an Oracle and Atlas issue. You leave the UPA out of it, as well as our ship. It's a suggestion, but Oracle is aware.
That one I might have to actually leave to my higher-ups. Like I said, they're already in breach of galactic law. If I don't report this to the UPA, they're going to have conniption. That's my concern, at least. All Anarch sites
Well-
and records need to be dispersed if found.
Yes. Which you can rely on Oracle for, of course.
Either way, I'm probably going to let the politicians handle this and see what they decide.
Is the following
another
action
question.
then to seal the artifact for safety? Until further notice?
Fair.
Are we sending it off without any prior research before?
No. We're going to analyze it, of course. We have 2 people experted on Anok history, one of which is an archaeologist.
We should be very
Lament
careful
this.
because this may not be Anarch.
True. There's very few psychically charged species out there like such.
So what's the order of operations then? That thing first, Buck second. Write your dossiers, write your documents, seal it back, send it off.
Once we are in a range of a long range messenger, so our message actually goes out.
Agreed. I'd personally prefer sealing it first before we analyze it. Who knows what it could do?
I'm sure
Strange dreams. For all we know, it could have increased things and made those things walk amongst that ship.
Would you like to hold on to it, or would you like me to?
Well, let me at least take a look at it.
I would suggest not doing too much. We don't know what it does.
Interesting. I'll hold on to it for now, I guess.
All right.
Besides, my quarters are the only ones with a private on them. You still share a room with someone else.
Yes.
Yes, and I share a room
I would
with
have
the Shah.
suggested.
So,
Who would have suggested to have it locked away in science, perhaps?
Well, if that's the case, then we'll do that.
We'll keep an eye on it from security. When we can. I hope you reconsider, Captain. Dragging the UPA into a conflict with Atlas could be devastating. Especially to our crew.
It's not a conflict, it's merely a small breach. As long as they're not covering anything else up, they'll be fine.
That's just the thing. I think there's more to this.
Costa?
Yeah, I wanted to inform you guys that we're going to be using the left airlock. And we're about
After
to
all,
start
there
the
are 3 other artifacts
thing.
that we found.
Understood.
Tell you.
Thank you.
Are stored in a box
Thank you.
in our hangar. The box has a tracker on it. Tracker is not on. Now, why would you turn your tracker off on an artifacts that you deem important?
Fair point.
Really? Unless they're not yours.
I see.
Where the...
Yes.
Did we ever examine the bodies? Did we ever check if they were actual Atlas personnel or if they were bandits, vagabonds, someone who stole the ship?
You were the closest contact with him. Can you recall?
I remember. I remember when we were analyzing
Don,
things downstairs,
question.
and Mercer was giving us his account. The computer
One moment,
did
please.
specify something about a colony world that they were going to set up, and that these were originated from there.
Curious. They're flying to it.
Correct. We have the data.
If they were flying to it, then why were these artifacts on the ship?
Who knows? Maybe it was found on a scouting party and they had to bring them back for something else.
It would
Or
be
they found
delivered
permanent
somewhere.
Oh, they hit another vessel. And took it.
Possibly.
What do you need?
Does from the last week's mission, does Delon remember if any of the people on board the ship actually had identification of
I'd like concrete answers first.
megacorp that the ship was set to?
Take a look.
You don't really remember if anyone had like special access to Atlas
I
tech.
haven't looked either, so.
Just double checking if it was actual Atlas crew or if they were like somebody who had stolen the ship.
No, it's all Atlas crew.
All right, thank you. That's all I need to know.
Good know. Taking a look at him, but there might be something that I missed. Perhaps we grabbed somebody from science.
Okay. Based on what I remember, they were Atlas personnel from the parts that I remember. So the possibility of it being a commandeered vessel is low.
Right. I hate to find ourselves in the middle of a conflict between Atlas and a different mega corporation.
Fair.
I simply think that whatever path gives us the least problem, personally, is the better one to take in this case.
Yes.
Whether or not mega
Options on the-
corporations continue to fight each other, not exactly
Options on the
my
table.
concern.
I have my partner who could easily come and recover it. But if you'd rather send it to the UPA, by all means, they do a fantastic job.
As of now, we have
Really
contraband, yes?
We don't even know if
Yes.
it's contraband.
Well, Atlas isn't
Right
supposed to
now-
have it, and now we have it.
It's salvaged from a vessel that wasn't supposed to have it, and we are reporting it as a documented body.
Yes.
So, we're in no wrong for at least being in possession of it. It's better it recovered than it floating adrift in space for another gods know how long.
So we have a little window of blank space before it becomes contraband.
Probably. But that is until someone can either get it from us, or we can send it to someone.
Yes.
Well, it seems like we have a plan at least.
All right. Should we go
Think
scare
so.
science?
Fewish.
I shall be doing a few rounds, see how people are doing.
If you'd like to
Right.
take a look at the artifacts, they are currently in a hangar bay.
There's
Yeah,
no
well,
way I'm going to miss this. I'm invested now.
Also, I do not wish to leave the sheer doing the smaller duties by themselves again.
Hello, Mercer.
Oh no.
No. Chef?
I need training.
Understood.
Engineering?
What are they taking up bulk?
Do you suspect they're in hydroponics?
Possibly.
Costa did mention few of the members are out on the spacewalk. Not believe who.
Talking to yourself?
There's that team is there. They're trying to figure out where not medical, or science team is for currently.
The captain will not be happy.
Let's go for a
Captain
field
would
trip.
not be happy about a lot of things.
Correct. So we don't need those things.
Have we not seen any of science team?
Costa did mention that some people were going for a spacewalk, but I don't know which members.
Oh, Sid.
Ah, will do, thank you.
Yeah, chef.
The captain has given me to
Come
me.
Come with you.
What do you mean the captain has given me to you? What? Captain.
He's an officer now. Make sure his people stop
And
messing
Ventura.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Would you wish to come for some more training? Maybe?
Let me pick up a stun weapon first to use.
We do have a little.
Oh, I appreciate it greatly. Maybe you can teach me the draw today.
No.
That's my favorite. I love
The
those old-
intention is to train him, but I am quite curious.
Miss Valora? Are you busy right now?
No.
If you have nothing else, I will most likely be, well, me and apparently Officer Sid will be training Chef a bit in the arena if you wish to keep an eye on. If nothing else. Actually, while at it, would you wish to have some training with your own sidearm? If you have one? Oh. Understood.
Dallas. It's not, again, so much as I don't trust him with it, and more so I don't think he would do well. Perhaps some training and he would be fine, but...
Proper training for everyone, and I think most of them could be at least have one. That wouldn't be too difficult. Speaking of training, Delon, is that what you're off to?
Yeah, Chef got me and Sid on the way, and he's eager to train. I'm taking a second run in case somebody else
Mind
wishes
if
to
I
have
join
some.
you?
Yes. It's both gonna be mostly basic training with a firearm with the stun UPA standard stun weapons. Well, Sid will handle melee training, I guess, if that comes up. You're free to join us, Mercer.
Well,
Very well. I will catch up with you all
After
in a few days.
After our excursion on the ship yesterday, feel a bit rusty.
Did I hear something about a spacewalk earlier?
Miss Costa did say that people went out there, yes. They have already gone from what I understand. Yep.
The longer you stay active during the day, you begin to show a limp on your right side. It slows you down.
Again.
Huh, let's go get that checked out. I was just talking.
How did I get here before you did?
Thank you for the
I took the
observation.
longer route.
Was it?
And I take my time walking around the ship in case somebody needs me. Oh, science was here, of all places.
I don't believe you now. Now I feel like you were looking for science.
The captain was.
What led us to discovering?
More than welcome. Anytime.
Oh.
One thing I'm good at. Putting flash drives into
What is
finding
all
a place to
that
put them.
meditation for if I can't use
Sometimes
it?
it's not as flashy as you think.
If you want
It's
to
very
try it.
important.
Well,
Let's wait for them to be done.
Cautious is it.
Mercer got Captain Venturo.
There really no benches in here?
Now remember the ship has a very small amount of benches in general.
Yeah, I guess.
Or maybe there are benches and we just don't see them.
Man, invisible benches. Worries sometimes. Worries.
And where is Chef, the one who was very eager to have this training?
No idea.
Trying because I punched him in the gut.
Excuse me?
Why did you punch him?
Compared me to a fish, wanted to sprinkle fish flakes in my bowl.
Are you not a fish?
Okay, that's kind of justified.
To be perfectly honest, that idea was being thrown around during
No.
breakfast. Chef is worried about your lack of, well, the mix of lack of coming for food regularly, but also
I'm just not hungry.
said he'd come get me, but no, he just came here.
So when
There,
exactly
chef.
is it going to be shooting?
I was
him?
waiting for you to come get me. My apologies.
I did not know where you were. I was heading just straight here.
Same place. I didn't move. I waited.
I don't know if we have the ability to have AI give us targets. Mostly it was just basic training of how to hold the gun, how to use the gun. Dr. Tully had no
You know, we
prior
could
usage of it.
They're going to teach me
We
the
could
quick
set
draw.
up a system that allows us to shoot at each other with fake bullets, with hologram.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
feel I'm a little
I have not
under-
used the training that much. That much. I don't know the amount of options we have with it.
I'll set it up.
We only have one gun. Oh wait, no, you've got two. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking very slick.
There, now if you shoot, as long as those are unloaded, it should just be hologram rounds.
Yep, then.
Ooh, can I do the other one like you told me?
Right. So when you remove the battery, you have to disengage it from the back. Up. Thankfully, they're made to be long distance, so that doesn't happen. You see the cable hitting there. Yes.
Okay.
Just put it so it sluts out.
Okay. Thank you. You holding on to that? See, look, I've got my magnetic holster. I'm a big fan of those movies. Oh,
That
yes.
should be the first lesson.
This feels right.
What, the holstering?
Well, the fact that he just aimed a gun in the captain's direction.
It was at the wall.
Yes, but the
And it's
captain's
unloaded,
still
and the
there
safety's
longer
on.
than you.
My apologies. We've already been taught this. Their training was very important about that. It was my mistake.
It was not part of my training, but it was his decision to get shot by an actual live stun shot.
Yes, I know how it feels like.
Fair enough. Would you like me to put up the barrier?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so this draw, I've seen it in all of my movies.
Mm-hmm.
We do like this, and we squint.
Maybe I should talk to Dallas.
It is a practice thing of remembering where the gun is based on your hand, getting it fast enough to the point where you can actually get your finger in the trigger. Obviously, in the olden time weapons that you see in those movies, they are a bit more focused on those.
Come down in the training arena.
But let's see how this goes. Andre, how do you want to do this? We're gonna actually do a bit of a live training. Since we have apparently
sure.
hologramic bullets.
Do you want to do roll 3 times, roll 1 time?
Oh.
And then whoever gets higher, because you're the guy.
Right. All right, Weird. You heard the man.
Oh, but because of my my backstory thing, I get a +1. Because I'm an action movie fan.
Hold on, real quick.
Hmm?
You just want to do 1 roll each?
Andre says me 3, him 1.
Give him 3. He's the gun guy. I've
You
no
want him to
training.
have 3 advantage? Okay, sure.
Or 2, I don't mind. But
I'll give him 2
realistically, I
because
should be
it's
losing.
just- Yeah, but on the off chance. Rolling for Delon first. You have any bonuses?
Not for general. Just security.
Nope.
I got a +1.
Alright, well. You both are staring each other in the eye, go. You hear the sound of a old western guitar. You hear the sound, draw. As you both reach your hands up, Delon gets up there first with two 16s versus a 6. Gets off the shot first.
Whoa. Again.
I feel, Chef. I feel like you now remember the feeling of being shot too vividly as you reacted to the hologram shot.
Well, I thought that would be cooler. I did for
I'm
a
gonna
fact.
talk to you, see if you can actually program something for me.
Cool points, huh?
This room is massive and there's
Well,
hologram
then.
sensors everywhere. I was wondering if you could set up a thing on this. They'll maybe put up barricades throughout the room, allowing people to actually do firearm training against each other.
At the time, I'd be happy to help. Alright.
I don't think so for it.
Let me see.
Maybe not right now, considering they're busy.
I'll wait for you to get the shot off first this time. Let's see if you can hit me while knowing that I'm pointing at you at the same time.
Old-fashioned ATM?
You're ready.
Okay. Alright, for reals this time.
I think there were revolvers in the locker that you could use if you actually wanted revolvers.
Yes, but the training, I was not sure if we were going to do this or just basic training. And at the point, at this current position, I will not train our civilian crew to use heavy actual live weaponry, but focus on the stun weaponry.
Fair enough.
I just want to work on this
Ready?
initial draw, like those first few bullets. Pew 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 pew. Because that's fucking
see.
awesome. I'm ready.
What's going
I'm
on
ready to work
here?
with this.
They're dueling.
Firearm training.
Dueling.
That too.
Rolling for Delon first.
You ever seen like an old human movie?
I don't watch you in here.
For Chef.
You should, they're great.
I actually do let him fire first. I just focus on dodging that shot.
Well, same as before. 2, get your stances ready. Hand ready on your hip. As you hear the sound fire, the chef, with a 17 versus a 16, is able to get off a shot first before Delon can dodge. Hitting him in the leg.
Good.
I need to just work on my accuracy. The speed's there.
That is the downside of the whole speed try. You do not get the chance to use your both hands for the most accurate shot.
There.
I thought, you know, because you're bigger, it would affect you more.
Yeah, I guess so. They're not that big.
Also, when you see your opponent's hand movement go, even if it might not always help, you cannot react as fast as someone draws. But when you see a person go, react to get out of the way.
Okay, good. Thank God.
You cannot shoot someone if you have been shot.
Actually set up where it recognizes handguns and so on and so
Understood.
forth. And it replaces the rounds with hologram rounds. It doesn't hurt at all, but
Interesting.
you can notice it.
Okay, this one's for all the marbles. If you win,
You go with a fire
I
one,
shall
I'll
cook
carry that
you
around wherever the hell
something
that is.
delicious.
Anything that's not lethal, I go down.
Alright?
Is that not lethal?
Since.
And
no,
if
it's
I
just
win, you
second.
have to train me whenever I want.
Long story short, everything that.
No, if I win, I get access to this
strong
training
caliber,
gun.
I kind of just.
I cannot make that promise. You know this much.
Yeah. That was a
I'm an
shoot.
officer, and I say that's the rules. Understood.
Yeah, we wouldn't want that. Ready? Rolling for Delon first. Rolling for the chef. Well. Two are staring each other in the eyes, trying to read their movements. We hear draw. But, Delon, before you can even get your gun in the air, with a dirty 20 from the chef versus a 14, he anticipates your duck and hits you right in the face.
Well. Maybe we should be less worried about you holding your long-range cooking implement and more worried about your...
That was amazing!
I feel like we are.
Thank you.
We should be more scared of having you with a sidearm.
Yes, they would. You need to run a system scan on them.
Maybe next time we should have you train with a revolver. See if you can actually pull off the fanning of hammer.
Yes, but at this point, do you think that we can trust scans unless we fire something?
I will not use it that quickly on an usual thing. Currently you're firing the hologram ammo, but the actual battery
recoil, right?
Well, with the energy weapons, not as big, but... I do not know how many times you could pull that off with the usual battery. Ammunition is the usual reason why you cannot afford to go for the large amount of ammunition. I say as the man who uses an assault rifle and fires in controlled bursts.
Yes, that's very much scary.
They also wanted a reactor stress test.
Okay.
Let's not stress test the
You
reactor.
you are free.
All right. I figured as much. All right. Notice the stress test of the reactor. And when we park at the find the next asteroid field, we can do it.
So you were wishing to also get some practice in, Mercer?
Yeah, I'd like some training.
I mean, I would recommend a stress test.
Mercer.
I would like to practice as well. At
How
some
about you
point.
show off your trickle discipline first? Show me what level you are.
For some reason, the power goes out from overloading.
Mm-hmm.
Can I help you?
I was gonna tell you that I'll work on I'll start working on it tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's at least
Moo, do you have basic weapons training?
Yes.
Have you used a standardized UPA
Alright.
stun pistol?
I am going to go to the bar and get
No.
a drink and...
I don't have experience with stun weaponry.
The only difference is naturally it uses a battery, though the battery has been made into standardized clip format. So if you know how to use a standardized clip using pistol, then it will be the same. Currently I'm only training our civilians with this weapon at the moment. But do you believe you could use this in training shooting with Mercer? It is hologram ammunition.
I could also use this.
Why do you have that on you?
It is not stun weaponry. This is my welder.
That does
I've
not
been
look like a
provided
welder.
clearance. Commander Gunch has given me clearance.
Can you remove the battery from it currently?
Yes.
Mercer.
Yes.
Do you think the hologram can, the hologram projector can follow this weapon?
If it reads it as a gun, yes.
I would rather use the pistol, to be honest.
Is it? Okay. If you're getting this thing, I will set up the system.
One of these days, I'd like proper firing range for real weapons.
Well, it seems like Mercer seems to have got ideas for that. But real weapon usage will be minimal, if only for the lack of disposable ammunition. It is why I'm training people with stun weapons. Right.
Careful with it.
Right.
That one's my personal tool.
Will you guys approve if I roll?
Yes, go for it.
Alright, what bonuses am I seeing?
I have a +4.
Moo?
I ain't got shit.
Alright. So me and Chef went for quick draw as he was interested in the idea. You two are free to figure out your own training method.
I'm gonna do a quick draw.
I'll do quick draw as well.
Understood. The two of you get in your stances. You get ready. And as you draw, and as the computer says draw, you both pull almost at the equal speed. With Moo with a 10 and Mercer with a 9. Moo strikes true first.
Hello? Do you want to go? Then I can see how dangerous you really are. No, the quick
Are you alright?
It is just hologram ammunition.
Right.
Though obviously those who have been struck by weapons in the past will react to the visual.
Are you okay? Hello?
Are you ready for next round?
Yes.
Yes. Best of 3.
You get ready. And you hear draw. With Moo's 15 against Mercer's 21.
Sit down. I command it as the master officer. Oh, well then.
Impressive.
I will run ahead and warn them.
It's just a matter of getting the hang of it.
It is usually an initial situation.
And the last one.
You get in position. You look straight into each other's eyes, or what is Moo's eyes. And the computer goes draw. And with Mercer's 23 against Moo's 2, Mercer is a dead eye. that is a good way of aiming, Moo. Sadly, in a quick draw situation, it is all about speed and getting used to the getting the gun into position fast. Obviously, though, we will never train people for quick draw. Most of the time, if you are in a situation where you will need to have your weapon out, you will have it ready.
There are unfortunately situations where that might not be the case, though.
You're not wrong.
This is Engineer Brawl. The bar is open if anyone wishes to come and have a drink.
Open the door here.
Skirmishes in here. You did do well, though.
The first
I
shot
have
went well.
experience.
You too?
Right.
Is it last move done? I believe I just heard
Thank you,
Kroll
Delon.
mention that the bar is open.
I might head that way.
So the plan is to place cover walls and the like?
Yeah, something like that.
Not a
I'll
bad idea.
talk to him about it. But because it's holograms sensors throughout the entire thing, I figured we turn the whole room into something like that.
It is not a bad idea. The best training we can have is training based on being in cover and shooting from cover. I saw it yesterday and I saw it now after you warmed up. You have a good, quick hand.
I was trained a lot before I got on a Atlas vessel a little while back.
Non-military.
Non-military, but going to unknown systems is always danger. Look at the kettle ends.
Hello, Siri.
You'll excuse me, I think I'm gonna go for a walk.
Of course. Lane?
How did it go?
Moo was able to get the first hit in, but Mercer showed more experience afterwards.
Better with a gun than he looks.
I said the same thing.
I suspect that many of us on the engineering team will come from backgrounds that required some skill.
I will not be surprised since the ship is made to be sent into unknown space. Having engineering crew that is able to do their job quickly, efficiently, and defend themselves if something jumps at them during said repairs is important.
Always.
But as long as we do our job right, you shall not need to take such actions.
That's the hope. Oh, fuck. I actually needed Mercer for something.
I'm going to work really hard at this.
Once you're used to the hand movement, one way to do it is to go for the lean. If they do not expect it.
because my thing is magnetic, I don't have to pull it out of the holster. If I just work on this one.
You're not wrong.
I think.
Chief Conch?
Yeah, be concerned, Commander.
I know my limits.
Mercer is
on.
planning on getting Dallas to install some extra holograms so we can have holographic walls to use for cover fire practice.
You're on this again, are you?
Not a bad idea. A more diverse arena here would prove to better sharpen skills.
Also, I've learned from Mercer that it does have a setting where you can have the weapons that the system acknowledges as guns. If fired, even when empty, it shoots holographic bullets. It is how the training was done with these guns, and you notice the battery clip has been removed.
I see.
I actually just challenged Gunshare to a little.
Pushing yourself up the ladder, are you?
Give me that. This will be.
Yep.
Well, I got to see, you know, how far behind I am if I'm ever going to reach heights. I can't, you know. One must be broken down before they may be built, as they say.
Indeed.
Oh, down is here.
Different from like a lot of normal places. It's very well, on the surface, it's just a very destructive, radiated place put underground. It's really colorful, and all the people that are there are.
Oh.
Is down going to roll, or should I do it since I have my Google roll ready?
Oh, do they need a roll?
Yeah, I can do it too. This is just quick draws.
Last thing I want to do is stun you, Chef.
If they accept it.
How did you find yourself in a place like that? Working for the UPA.
You want to roll for this?
I'm sure that
I
if the
think.
tree goes,
Yeah.
you know, Atlas, exploration of the
Gunch, do you have bonuses for guns?
and then it was
Gunch gets a +2 plus advantage for being security.
an Oracle stuff that
I get a +2 to movie cliches.
I don't remember.
That's hilarious.
And then eventually UPA maybe passed by. And they were offering
It's +2. I looked at my sheet again.
With
and then
a 17 for the chef,
I see.
but a modified 20 for Gunch. Gunch, you're not expecting much from
Quite a
this,
journey.
but in the swift movement, as the quick draw is called, your fighter instinct will kick in instantly as you realize this guy will actually hit
I
you
was
in the
just
face.
curious if your people
Don't
are
act
space
fast.
fair. If this is.
Don, they are holographic bullets.
Hidden threat from it
for
all.
me it's normal, for most people isn't.
Something you didn't expect from the chef.
Alright.
But you are able to pull faster and take the shot before he's able to pull the trigger.
Ah. I told you. You don't have to be dramatic. Not real.
Combat. Hold one moment.
But that adds to it, right?
Commander, did you inform medical by any chance?
They are holographic bullets.
The bullets are holographic. The energy clip, it's removed.
Understood.
Do you think I would shoot the chef?
I believe the chef finds this more dramatic.
You must watch a lot of movies.
I just don't want to get in trouble with medical.
The church did a great job. They taught me how to use it all. Like, look, this is the safety.
That is this. I'm impressed with your dexterity. You work quite rather quick. Yes. Alas, I am quicker.
But I'm going to work very hard. Just this movement.
Well, you should work on more than just that movement.
Right. Well, I don't think I'll ever be in a real firefight.
Oh, you never know. Trouble we keep finding ourselves adjacent to. You would lower the shield.
Accident.
Well,
So you don't
fun that
recommend
we
a
can
lot
have.
of crosses then, I suppose.
Holographic bullets, that's a fun little quirk.
I was not aware of this until Mercer activated the function.
The name is Cross.
It is quite nice.
K-R-O-S.
Have you seen Sid recent?
Not after they left with the captain.
No.
They might be looking into the object it's in science alongside them. They seem to be very invested in that whole situation after all the talk. Uh-oh. Oh, that's me, isn't it? Oh no. Venturo Delon has been banished from space. Man, that is slightly eerie how everything has just been stopped, yet also moving. The tails they wag, the eyes they follow, and then I die. No. Ah, fuck. I'm gonna mute the audio for a bit, because I do not know what the world music's gonna be. Whoopsie daisy, whoopsie daisy, whoopsie whoopsie. This is Venturo Delon on his time off. Riding a boat. Vroom, 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 vroom. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Oh man, I can't believe this happened to me. Ah, binge. Ah, binge. Ah, binge. Ah. Also, man, that when I got up, that looked a bit off. Like, jeez. Oof. Let me sit down. Ugh. I say as if you can say no. Let me put the music back on. I don't think the world music is audible. Let me pause this for a moment. Alright, do I need to fucking reset all of this? Nope, okay, good.
Oh dear.
Yes.
It did.
So be careful when you're testing with it.
Sorry about that.
The place would be dictated on you.
There was a
Third
feeling
one, sir.
that I wanted to touch it.
Put your back in the
Not
hospital.
with my suit. With
The
my
pace. Don't hold back, Sid. I can handle it.
Perhaps refrain from
Though, mind you,
Yeah, I cannot do so, as the suit is pressurized.
Well, you don't
Nor
have
would
to
I
do
wish
much
to.
about that. I'm not like the captain.
Was anybody else testing the device?
The way that I deal with psionic is very
No,
focused.
I had
very
placed it
specific.
back in the box.
So, I can refrain from using my
All right.
if you'd like. I'm good. Which might be.
He needs medical. Or did you just say he needs medical?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
What in the world happened?
All right.
Not this time.
Well, thank you, doctor.
I slipped. I'm fine.
Hearing more reports. If you know anybody that has it.
Oh, I just
You're
fell
holding
over.
your chest. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, when you fall on your back, it knocks the wind out of you. You know?
I have just found out that it is not just...
Oof.
Yes.
Sorry if I alarmed you.
Oh, you had a one outside.
Alright, okay.
We had determined it to just be religious.
Not as good read.
Or religious belief.
Delon,
Yes?
But he started it.
if you could do me a favor and inform medical that there's to be a fight.
Physical spar, understood.
Call a fight. Call it a
Until you
spar.
turn
Don't get them too riled up.
That's fair. A spar.
Sure, it was my fault.
Radio them if you
I
want.
just walked past medical. Looks like it's in the middle of a procedure.
I see.
Oh.
Well, then I will, instead of informing them through radio, I'll just go manually inform them, just so I don't get into
Sounds
the way.
wonderful.
Religious iconography.
Thank you, Vane.
Something akin to a primitive species believing in cruel.
Oh. Great, Tom. Hello. Officer Chief Conch and Officer Sid are going to have a physical spar. If you have the time, having medical on standby will be required, unless you are busy with something.
I was going to retire and hibernate for a bit. I just completed Costa's surgery.
Ah, it's been finished. Alright then. Well, I'll ask someone in medical then. Thank you for your work.
He's currently tending to Costa.
Are you Tashir?
Sorry.
Bit too much energy going on?
No, not really. Just kind of got back out of, not really thinking my limbs were my limbs and they didn't feel right. Burning. So much burning.
What?
I think Laura said it was phantom limb pain.
Oh. Not unfamiliar. There are times when I can swear I can feel aches, muscle pains, yet such things are not real for this.
got the weight calibration right on my limbs, but not the size, so it's very disorienting.
You
Well-
both have a good night.
You too.
Good night, Officer Cross. But right, I need to go to medical since Chief Crunch and Officer Sid are having a physical spar.
Oh, I can go get a medical.
I mean, I'm already heading that way. Might as well. Because I remembered I wanted to bring something to engineering, and I might as well stop by there afterwards.
Didn't Captain want me to have gun training?
The captain wanted to what?
Me to have gun training.
Right, you were not there when we were. It ended up just being mostly quick draw and duels.
Yeah, I was there. I mean, kind of.
Right.
Wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, we should be. If not, there's probably someone around the corner that will find me.
Everything all right, Costa?
Yeah,
Kidding.
stop making me worry.
This is Officer Cross, signing off for the evening. Have a good night.
Besides the point, but okay.
Everything all right, Akira?
Yeah, just some kind of worrying things. Also, Chef, do not pull on Tashir's tail ever again.
Yes, I've been told.
Chef needs treatment.
I'm good.
What's going on?
I fell over. It's fine.
There's a problem with his chest.
Knocked the wind out of me, so.
Gonna check. Is there actually anything wrong?
His chest has will have a bruise on it. If you were to look.
I think I know who. What the heck happened? Get over here.
Hey, no, don't help.
Look, Chef.
It'll be fine. I'm going to make sure.
Okay, sparring incident? Or did someone just straight up just punch?
No, I fell. Onto the ground.
He's saying he fell down some stairs.
It is fist shaped.
Not stairs.
Somebody punched him.
Maybe there was a thing on the floor that I fell on.
How deep is it? Like how bad is it? Sort of like is it like internally bruising or is it just surface bruising? Because there's a difference.
How hard?
Medium hard?
Medium hard.
Not enough to break any bones or anything.
I've had a bruise rip before. I've had a bruise rip.
Yeah, I can.
It's so fucking painful.
Yeah, you'll be the judge then.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I got a bruised rib.
Great. Okay. Fun.
My solar plexus. Right in the back.
I don't know what that means.
Don't worry about it.
Present.
Basically gonna be healing up this bruise because it's a little bit more than surface bruise at this point.
Understood. Got any bonuses?
+4.
Okay. Good thing you're a doctor, because I rolled a 1 before I rolled a 15. Well, the 19. It's just some bruising. maybe a couple bruised ribs, but nothing you can't handle. It's still gonna hurt, but it's not gonna hinder much.
I appear ready to possibly fix similar issues soonish. Chief Conch is having a physical spar with Officer Sid.
No,
Oh boy, I'm...
I was asked to come here
But we
to
should be able to
have
breathe
medical
just
in
fine, but-
standby.
Yeah. You're doing great. Thanks, Rumi.
I'm gonna need to get something to eat because I use quite a bit.
Understood.
We're heading to the kitchen now.
Oh, there's Valerie.
We're heading to the kitchen.
Chief Conch is having a physical spar with the Officer Sid right now in the training area. So if somebody needs to keep an eye. Thank you. Tell Akira she doesn't need to come if you're fine with it.
It looks like
Because if it's bullets, it's gonna be bullet holes.
Actually, Soma Security is here. They could probably answer that question for
Hello.
us now.
What is it?
Alright.
Hey.
When it comes to Gunch's gun, does it fire bullets or some form of energy?
I
That was plasma.
don't think I have checked up on his
Plasma. Oh, that
metal.
makes it worse.
I do not believe I have checked on his
that makes it
primary
worse for
weapon.
my room. What would it be if you wanted anything?
Give me something mild.
And for you, Tashir,
I want a red.
you want a red. Just let me know, was this the red or was it one of the other colors?
I think
'Cause
that's
if we could
red.
talk, this is the red one.
I think.
You think?
Oh, it's red on my end,
looks-
so
It looks mildly gray.
you could ask
Oh.
the 3 other people at the damn bar.
It is red for me.
Okay.
You know,
like the
girl,
cat's
if
blue, right?
Gunch's weapon
No, it's
is
purple.
plasma, you wouldn't be hearing a bang. You'd be hearing like a, almost like a click, and then you would smell flesh burning. It's plasma.
Mm.
Maybe it's. Maybe it is.
Oh, we're
ballistic.
talking about apparently Gunch sleeps with his gun, and how if he might have accidentally pulled the trigger during the night. If that was the
Oh.
It's worse for me because I'm his roommate.
Mine.
that too.
Okay. He cuddles it like a teddy bear for humans.
No, I believe her question is why it's an issue that it was fired during the night.
Oh no, we're not saying it
Because-
was fired during the night. We're saying if it was fired during the night.
I guess the biggest thing is one, it's plasma, and 2, I don't exactly want to be woken up to a gunshot plasma shot sound.
Yeah.
Oh god, what if the gun
I'm
is...
not entirely sure it's plasma. It could be actual ballistics. But
You see,
I mean,
It has a clip, which is why I thought, but it could be a battery pack for all I know.
Wait, Groll, are you top bunk?
I am top.
What if the gun's like aiming upwards and accidentally fires straight up?
You will think
Let's not
the
go with
chief of
nightmare
security would know better.
I mean, from what Groll told me, the gun is not unsafe and he sleeps with it.
I mean, I don't know. Let's kind of look at this like in a more positive. At least your room isn't full of methane gas.
That is true.
Fair point.
You know, I'll drink to that.
Yeah, because no matter what you fire, you're gonna cause an explosion.
As long as you don't have any matches around.
Tashir's room is filled with gas. Costas is at low temperature. We have quite the room.
Argyle's is also at low temperature. Right? No.
I don't know
Argyle
about
and
that,
Costas
but
are in the same room.
Possibly.
That's where
Now
I
I
was
have a
confused. It
question.
was series, not.
Does Argyle collect shoes or something?
Oh god, here we go.
Shoes.
You heard me.
Where is this coming from?
Okay, we were salvaging the ship that we just left. One of the things that he was insisted on
I'm
salvaging
going to go sleep.
was, I think, hold on, was it several
Alright,
pairs of shoes?
get some good sleep.
Or was it just pairs
Need
of
some
shoes
rest for
on the
tomorrow.
record? Hold on. I believe it was several dozen pairs of shoes.
Curious.
We could sell them, but still.
Probably kind of the mentality of leave no scrap. If you can sell it, sell it.
I mean, if that's the case, there was also the 32 family photos.
Well,
It's
those
a
are
little
family
creepy that those
photos.
were taken.
Yes, and if we send those to UP8, I can cross-reference them to send them to possible
That's
family
true.
members.
Yeah.
If nothing else, it gives a few office workers a few hours of work to do and get paid for.
Yeah, fair enough.
Speaking of work,
I mean,
cool. Remember I mentioned that my specialty is heavy weaponry?
I did.
Back when I was in the military, I was a squad lead, but I also was the heavy weapon specialist. I carried the launchers, the autocans, and the like. Now, for the most of that time, I did not have this. But I have heard of some people having enhancements in their cybernetics, stabilizers, to absorb the recoil of large weaponry, thus making it more viable to use them with one hand. Do you think you will be able to finagle something like that into this arm?
Well, we were actually talking about this earlier. And going through our logs, we have
Exactly.
apparently
I
cybernetic
don't think it'd be
supplies
too hard.
downstairs too.
Oh yeah, medical man, or the medical robot man was talking about it. I say robot, he's not fully robotic, but still.
Moo?
No, the medical
What
man.
if he has blueprints of
then.
cybernetics?
I mean,
That way we can make them.
I'm pretty sure
'Cause we
there's
don't
still
exactly have
something
blueprints
organic
for
in
them.
there.
I'll let that be medical's job to check.
Yeah, but Yeah, he made a suggestion of using the parts to help upgrade my, rebuild my cybernetics. Something about crappy Martello stuff.
Oh, I am
You know,
going
it's
to.
funny that
We're
was
making
mentioned
something.
To be honest, since Tashir was an inmate originally before joining here, it seems that their cybernetics are more on the basic end.
Yeah, they're not as shitty as the ones that they had me wearing in my cell, but they're still pretty shitty.
I mean, we have
Still
villains.
very low civilian end. My end is civilian high end.
Civilian, sure.
In the fact that they are made, well, yes, those are
I mean, I'm sure we can
special
change
mods.
Well,
Make
I'm
something
gonna
in.
say we can definitely cobble something together. We could probably look through some of the parts, see what we have, and go from there. And
Can you make it the Matilka move?
I don't see why not. You can't try. Let's talk to
big robot man, robot organic man, whatever he is later. Maybe he has a blueprint too. Save us a little bit of trouble.
That would help. Otherwise, kind of just pulling things apart and putting it together without a blueprint could, I don't know.
I
mess things
wouldn't,
up.
and I won't want to destroy any one of those cybernetics if, let's say, either one of yours fails.
I can wear a temple
One of
on
my
the
wounds
phone,
yesterday
I'm
was
scared.
basically in the shoulder right before my cybernetics. Worst case, it would have actually done some serious damage. At the same time, taking damage at the part where your nerves and these, artificial nerves connect, it hurts like a motherfucker.
Oh, I bet.
I have no idea. I'll take your word for it.
You have both your own nerves yelling in pain, and then the artificial nerves being like, oh, you can't feel this, let me remind you that there's pain here, so you feel twice the pain.
See, that's the thing. I was thinking of getting artificial nerves replanted back into my left arm because I can't feel anything in my left arm. But then I thought, what's the point? It's just gonna make me feel pain. I mean, I can still move it, it's just I can't feel anything. Nope.
Wait, you can
Point heading
put
something to feel
artificial
pain.
nerves in yourself?
Apparently, according to him.
I imagine that
Well,
would
it's
be
the
expensive.
nerve between the
That would
arm
be
and the
very
thing.
expensive, actually.
Well, it's not the
So we
pain
have a
nerves, it's the
science-
nerves
a
that.
science to come by.
And I'm
Right.
speaking of the
Oh,
nerves
those
that, yes, the nerves that let
What's going to
the
be?
arm actually function.
I'll take a soda. Red, blue, or yellow?
I'll do the blue today.
Those nerves, yeah.
Thank you.
I'm sure there is technology for full nerve replacement, but that is expensive.
One, that's like expensive. Two, that would hurt like hell.
No, definitely.
Look here, it's
I mean, when
better
you
than
think about
that
it.
cell regeneration where it comes to some people.
God. Yeah.
Need
Oh,
anything?
I feel like if you would get a full replacement nerve system, You would kind of need surgery, in the end,
mingling more so than anything else.
which would probably take hours
Mm-hmm.
and quite painful.
Akira told me you were thinking about something with hydroponics, pipes or whatever. I just talked to him.
Oh. Mercer asked me to break on hydroponics, keeping with their water system.
Seems Mercer is pushing in some projects now that we have raw material to work with.
Did you tell him that you just got out of surgery?
About time.
Told me that before.
I mean, we have other things we want to try
Oh,
out,
how'd the surgery go?
but we can see where we go.
It happened.
Are you looking forward to the day when we return to UPA and they go, alright, thank you, you can go now, and they take the ship back and are like, oh, look at that, free upgrades.
If they do that, I will make sure that this ship will be a junk heap when they get it back.
It shouldn't be working right now, so... Still, I would say don't do anything.
Windows XP instead of Windows Vista.
At most in the morning, I'm going to look at things that plus.
Oh, is that what we upgraded to?
No, we upgraded to whatever the fuck Science Man over there made.
Dallas, what version did you upgrade the ship systems to?
Our own.
Thank God.
No, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank
that's
God.
right. Created a whole new system.
Nah, we give
We
back
probably
the
should
ship
think of a
and
name for it.
we just
The
uninstall.
captain and
all
Pelosi
of what we
told us to
installed
patent
and
it.
just put Windows XP.
Oh.
So
I would recommend patenting it
Weren't you
immediately.
the one
in
who
case the
coded
UPA
it?
was like, nope, that's mine now.
us three, us two plus Archer.
It's a UPA ship, and if you put code into it, they're gonna copy it. You
Yeah.
should definitely patent it.
The Tier 1 operating system.
A good idea, actually. Yeah, we should think of a name. Archer,
Do like
Dallas, Costa, all worked on it.
It would have been so
As,
funny because I've
like,
thought
the-
about this with the
what
Atlas
think
for
it should be named.
I think it's too many opinions. We'll come up with a name.
You're right.
How funny
I
would
mean,
it have been?
guys, you can have the privilege of coming up with names right now since y'all are right here. It'd be fun.
What's a dumb corporate name that they're not using? We could just rip it off them.
I don't know. That was good. We'll get sued. They'll find a way to do it.
Name it Fuck Mortello.
I believe that is the quickest
Agree to
way.
that.
I believe it will get you sued
Yeah.
even faster.
Could I?
Salve.
Yeah, they kind of just dipped into the ground for a second.
I am here for a
the
drink,
vents.
please.
What would you like?
What have you
Shooting
got?
Star 1.
I got some small alcohol, nothing strong.
Probably shouldn't.
I also have some
make a
basic
name
sodas
that's
and
linked-
water.
That's connected to the ship or the crew. It's our own thing.
Shot,
We
please.
should also probably
Make it a
get
double.
from Archer as well whenever
Shot.
he's awake.
Strongest one.
Oh, bye, Clovix.
I guess they were not interested in drinking.
No, I guess he just wanted to come on by.
It was
So
a mixed one,
somebody
eh?
over next to the three of us. That's not be
Mhm.
related.
Yeah, we can start there.
Did you need something, Valora?
Come with an idea.
Need anything? Alright,
Barman.
we got water too.
Yeah, I can't think of any proper good names right now. I'm just coming up with stuff that's like Dallas
Double,
or
please.
Costa or Archer.
Just give me something quick that I can bring to my room. I'm probably gonna turn in for the night.
Please. Oh fuck, it's not my kitchen.
Thank you.
Think of a weird
Dallas.
name like the Codex.
Actos.
Actos?
Archer
okay,
Costa
fine.
Dallas. OS. Actos.
Kind of like that.
Alright.
People are gonna want to know what
You're
the
not going
acronym
that
means,
crazy.
so-
That's the last
Well,
one.
that's their issue. It's just names.
Use a small fruity version.
Arctos, Actos.
Small foodie version.
I'm gonna write that down.
What?
Write that down, write that down.
I would, but I was.
And if anyone asks why the names in that order, because that order sounded better.
I like that idea. That's a good.
You're gonna
good
have
call.
to have security lead you back to your room at this rate.
Make it a double.
Right there.
Chef.
I think the chef
Hmm?
has had
Follow
enough.
this
I think at this point
finger.
we just let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Let him go.
Let him go.
Ah,
We'll find
it's
him
fun still.
In the morning, hugging the microwave.
I believe so, at least.
Make it a double.
Anyone else want any last rounds? Because I might be calling it soon too.
I'm fine.
Anything for what?
Anything sweet that isn't alcoholic.
I got water and soda.
What?
Any particular
I was
Kodak,
ready to catch you if you started leaning back anymore.
I was prepared too. I was gonna.
I got red, yellow, and blue.
Oh, he's in another world right now.
I believe that last one was enough.
So for you. Yep. Any other drinks over here? You just got here, but I'll be turning it in soon.
I'm already sexy.
Boss.
Hi.
Alright. Yes.
What? It's a boss, not.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me for a second.
No, I call my boss.
Fair enough. I asked that no one drink out the alcohol, or everything out.
Yeah, he's the boss when he's behind the bar. He didn't even like clean up his. He didn't even clean up the bar. But hey, chef.
Chef. You're a chef,
What
not a
will it be?
bartender, bud.
Nothing. Sit back down.
Do I need to bring you to your room?
Make it a double. I'm actually just kidding. It's not that bad.
Sorry, say again.
Number 4.
Oh. Haven't you seen
Red 4? Green 4? Blue 4?
Perhaps.
Water.
His skills range from immutable to permanence. And bartending is one. How do you get this?
Take some water with you to bed, chef.
He's the only one.
Mm-hmm.
I could have probably just as easily been hired for security as engineering.
Where's the fucking washing up?
I can see that, yes.
You should go ahead and leave it on the bar. We'll take care of it.
I swore I turned the menu off.
Hi, Siri.
I might want to talk to you about
Hello.
the code before you head out.
Hi, I didn't see you there.
Yeah, that's fine. You wanna? Alright, yeah. Let's do it now.
I'm exaggerating. I'm not actually that drunk. I'm fine. I'm fine, really. Thank you.
Glad to
turbulence?
I think the chef might need to be escorted from this room.
Hey, keep up the great work.
Other spot you like to particular spot? Don't have any worries yet, boss. I'm gonna come back.
Questions for you.
I will answer all of them.
Oh, no, but...
His best words in himself.
How is everyone? How was your days?
Long.
It has been interesting. At least it seems like things are moving along nicely.
Very good, very good.
A few members have been given some basic weapons training.
To tear apart a derelict ship.
Hmm. Thank you for your work. The raw material is useful to have.
Don't I know it?
I'll fight in Geneva.
Exist as I am used to.
I'm sure if there's many security members around except Venturo, but up to him if he wants to fight.
Well, Siri is also part of the security team.
I mean, I could also fight, but because I'm used to not having to fight.
Always good to keep your skills up.
And then they'll also...
I don't think I want to fight.
I am afraid to ask anyone to spar. I wish not to provoke them.
Hmm.
Scared of your own strength?
Maybe ask the AI
No, it should be. It's a trait of our species.
God, that headache was terrible.
Well, I'm no
I
slouch.
think I blacked out that for a minute.
Hmm.
I was bred for
Maybe get some water,
strength.
Natalia.
Shipyard that builds up a lot.
Yeah, perhaps a formidable opponent to think of.
Do you mean us? Like for spot? Like, what? Gungeon sidearm would do?
Sorry, my communicator was having trouble there for a second.
It's okay.
I feel uneasy. Used to do.
Understandable.
Alright, I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Have a good night, Tashir.
Tashir.
You're the only person I know who's qualified to follow. And you don't want to fight me. Is one of these lovely people, except Phallus. No offense.
I was just saying how I wish not to hurt somebody, so no offense taken.
It's up to these people if they want to fight you. I could please stand by it if they do.
Also, as Mercer has shown me, the training area does have the function to have hologramic bullets, so we can unclip our weapons, yet still have firearms training. It seems he and Dallas are going to be also placing some holographic walls, so we can have cover-based training too. Once those are done,
This year,
I'm sure you
go to
could
bed.
get
Night.
use out of it.
When I'm allowed to have my weapons again,
As medical, I believe she is dead enough. And we will probably tomorrow to have her weapons. She seems to be doing better.
That is Captain's call. You have to ask him.
Captain call. Okay. Noted. Okay.
I've got little enough going on. You ever need a sparring partner?
Well, I believe I shall also start heading off for now. Take one last look around if anyone's needing anything, and then head out. Have a good night, you all.
Well, have a good evening.
Get some good rest.
I have the rest of my soda. Okay.
I'll tell you about it later.
It's a great game.
Okay.
I'm going back to the bar.
Alright. I know. Why? Why remove that information? And then Vane also has some of their information scrubbed. I might need to ask Officer Cross more. Because if this is something with everyone... I don't like to think so, but... the fact that me and Siri are both on the same ship. Is it a coincidence, or did they just pick me up because I was convenient? Why would they even give Siri this job? Why will they give... Makes no sense. Did they send her because she was a useful asset? Did they decide to give it to the captain? Was that the point? Or was it something else? Is it because she was available after the war? Maybe. Yet he still gives him orders. Two people from Narsek's fleet. Two people. Wait. What is Siri? Is she human? She looks like it, but maybe not. The skin color is a bit off. The question is though, what is the point of questioning it? What is the point? Is it going to be an issue? I don't know. Or they're just trying to avoid us having issues? Is the information just need to know? She will not answer if I asked. What would she? That's confidential information. I did tell them a lot, but I didn't tell them all. Why will I? Don't even know if I should. Technically I should, they deserve to know. It's the truth. There's no point in hiding it, but... What? Is there a reason to tell them? There isn't. At first it just lowers the trust they have in me. Yet they have already sent me on 2 away missions, obviously. But that's mostly from my experience. The knowledge they have, the knowledge I have. I'm going to ask Cross. As much as I take responsibility, them hiding the facts is also the reason for it. Blame is both ways. I won't let foolish need for hiding and subterfuge to get in the way of my job. I will do my job. I will protect those people. And the others too. I won't let my actions kill others again. Says the soldier. I better sleep. End of session. Have a good night, you all.